Alright, it is still the weekend, still not a lot of volatility on the charts, and the story really is the same when it comes to the Bitcoin TA. Not too much new information has been presented to us on the charts, but we did have some stuff play out that we had talked about in yesterday's video, as well as we got some stuff I can touch on that we didn't really cover yesterday or in my previous video, starting off here in trading light, because I wanted to discuss the order flow, the open interest in the CVD. This is the amount of positions being opened over here on futures on Binance, which is the largest perpetuals contracts pair in crypto, as well as the CVD. That's the direction those positions are being opened. And what we can see within here, if we zoom into this big downtrend we had within here, both times we cascaded down, it was not just longs closing, but it was actually mainly shorts opening. You can see open interest comes up and CVD goes down. Lots of shorts have been opened within this range and they have not closed out. You can see open interest is still higher than it was at these two levels, so I would not expect that reversal on price until all of these shorts get closed out of the market. You know, everyone that was opening up all of these shorts down here at the bottom, right there, they're underwater right now because price is now above all of this price action, meaning that they are likely to get squeezed to the upside, and price is probably not going to want to retest those shorts. So I would expect, outside of maybe a quick wick, to flush some late longers, right? We had some late longs open up in here, that is for sure. I would not be surprised if we do reset those longs real quick with the capitulation wick to the downside, but that would be even more bullish because now you're taking out more longs before the inevitable short squeeze. So yes, I do think the fact that we had a lot of shorts opening down here and price is now above those shorts, we are likely not to retest that. We're likely to keep them trapped. If we were to actually come down and untrap them, though, that would be bearish. So we don't want to be watching out. We don't want to be untrapping these short positions. We want to hold them as fuel for higher. So that's something to definitely take note of on the charts. We also had something play out that we talked about in yesterday's video, which is the sweep of liquidity. You can see if I drag this sweep level in here, this is what we were talking about yesterday with the single prints, that we were likely to come up no matter what. Like, even if you're bearish, we were going to grab this, and don't get bearish until you do. We have now grabbed it though, so if you are bearish, this actually is technically a proper short setup. I'm not taking shorts necessarily because of that order flow, and mainly just because it's the weekend. I don't take trades on the weekend, but this was a proper setup, right? We had a swing failure of these levels. We did come back up and try to deviate it, failed again, and now rejecting off of that sweep level pretty pixel perfectly. So that's something to take note of, right? We have a structural bearish edge in the markets right now, but I would say overall I don't expect that to really play out for much of anything. It happened during the weekend, so all of this stuff's probably going to get swept. We left inefficiencies in the chart up above, and we made some poor highs when we came up here. I don't think this is actually good on the TPO profile. We can check that though, because I haven't done that yet. So let's go over to the TPO sessions chart over here. This shows the TPO profile on 5 ticks, and we can see in here, yeah, that's definitely a poor high within there. There's no single prints at the top of the profile, meaning this is probably going to get swept, especially because that happened on the weekend. Likely to come back up, and I do expect, obviously the structure I just drew, not a swing failure pattern. So I do expect, the fact we got those poor highs and we already swept this liquidity, when we get back up there, could easily just continue on up. But do watch out for this, right? If we get another swing failure, definitely another bearish edge that we could have. Overall though, I'm still absolutely bullish on the charts, and I'm not really concerned about anything going on here, especially when we look at last cycle and fractals on the chart, all that stuff we covered in yesterday's video. But yeah, those are the two main things I'm seeing over here on Trading Light. Essentially, shorts are trapped, but we do have a technical bearish edge of a swing failure pattern and rejection of the sweep level. Although, like I just said, these are not good highs. Still very bullish on the chart outside of a potential sweep. Like, the only thing this is warning us of is if you're trying to FOMO into longs right now, probably not a good idea, right? All of these lows within here could easily get swept, so don't be FOMOing into longs or anything like that. Longs are to be taken lower, or potentially if we do get that sweep down Monday or Tuesday, then yes, you could look for something there. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about on Trading Light, and then we can go back to Bitcoin on Trading View real quick, just to look at what the levels are looking like over here. And we can see, we're on top of the 4-hour EMA. We go back to the daily. We still want to get above this daily EMA. So this is just your big level to watch for, this value area low of the previous range. We still need to get back above this for clear confirmation. We're going to go to all-time highs. So this is a big level to watch. This is sitting at 62,200-ish. Let's see if we can reclaim that. We're still above the value area high though. So, as long as we can hold around 58.7 that's still extremely bullish. So those are your two levels that we got, upside and downside, to be watching for. And then let's go ahead and look at this Bitcoin dominance. You can see we now have a trend of lower highs within here. So let's see if we can print a lower low. If we can get another lower low on the Bitcoin dominance, that's obviously going to be a really good sign for our altcoins. So I'd like to see that. If my base case is to come true and we're going to all-time highs again, then absolutely all-time highs is going to be a very euphoric time in the market, and you're going to see more risk on assets start flying. Meme coins, lower cap altcoins, really any altcoins in general should be massively outperforming Bitcoin here on out in the cycle, assuming Bitcoin has put in its low. And we can also go over to total 3 right now. Let me remove some of these volume levels. We don't need all of those. And we can go ahead and just pull this simple downwards descending channel that we also have on Bitcoin. Let's see if this is going to break the mid-channel trend of this that we're battling with right now, assuming we can get out of that, potentially back tested into support, get back above this topside trend that actually comes in at the previous bull market range value area low. So $622 billion market cap on total 3 is looking like a big point of support resistance. Let's see if we can flip that back into support and continue on up. So these are some big levels to watch. I do think this channel is going to continue to be respected here on total 3. So let's see here in the next coming week or so if it does get respected as resistance or support, and of course I'm hoping and expecting for the latter. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about in today's video, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Below that is a VIP Discord. Click on the link to learn more about it. It is specifically for leveraged traders though, so if you don't leverage trade, just ignore it. I don't recommend you get into it because you can lose a lot of money doing it. But if you are struggling, I do know it's difficult, so I'm trying to provide as much value as possible. That is not a signals group, by the way. And then there's also a lot more links in my description. All of that stuff can support the channel and benefit you as well, such as some exchange partners that I have, some of which are running exclusive and limited time events specifically for people that sign up using my referral links. So definitely don't miss out on that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.